This is the final event of the evening. This fight determines the UFC Heavyweight Champion of the World. Beginning with the fighter standing to my left. He is 32 years old and already a legend in the UFC. He's the UFC 6 and the ultimate runner-up. He stands 6 feet and weighs in at 277 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome the Octagon veteran, the street fighter from Huntington Beach, California, David Tank Abbott! And to my right, he is from Seattle, Washington, a former WKA and ISKA kickboxing and Muay Thai champion, standing 6 feet 2 inches tall and weighing in at 223 pounds. He is the current UFC Heavyweight Champion of the World, Maurice Smith.
How good is Maurice Smith? We'll find out tonight. Abbott wants a knockout. He's going to look to do it quickly.
What you came for. Are you ready?
Smith can knock people out with his feet.
Smith said he will not stand there and trade punches with Tank Abbott. He said the first 4 minutes he's got to get through to make fatigue come into play. Tank came into this with no strategy or plan. Didn't watch any videos. Says he wants to be blind. He come in and let his instincts take over.
And Tank goes to the ground. He tried to get to Maurice and stumbled. And he's okay.
And Maurice is drawing him in, forcing him to spend lots of energy with attacks like that. That will accelerate fatigue.
Smith will utilize his quickness to stay away from Tank's
And Tank's dropping that lead arm, baiting Smith to throw a punch.
Smith continues to circle, and Tank measures his opponent. A good fight for David is part of his daily regimen.
Tank might want to just stand in the center and not move, make the champ look bad by him circling away and not engaging, but he continues to pursue. Now he's standing a little bit still.
Tank lunged there, but missed. Tank's been coached by Jesse Reed, a tremendous boxing guy. Maurice Smith in no rush and very leery of Tank's punches.
And he's circling the Tank's right. Always circling the Tank's right. Now he's got him up against the fence. This is where Tank wants him. He's got him grounded. He'll look to rip the legs out and try to bring him down to the octagon mat.
Tank trying to get that right hand open for a shot to the midsection. Tank's right hand is his power hand, but we've also seen him throw a great left hook.
Tank needs to be careful. He gets that head too far down. He might be looking at a knee from Maurice Smith. Maurice could be baiting him, holding it up, and all of a sudden let it down.
Oh, Tank landed, but Maurice is back, trying to get in the guard as Tank tries to score. This is what happened in the Coleman bout, but Maurice withstood the damage early.
Got to be careful where he elbows there. It can't be to the back of the head. Maurice seems to have all his faculties. If he got hit, it was just a flash hit. He seems to be all there right now. In fact, he just kicked Tank Abbott.
And he landed with a right hand to Tank's head.
This is where we'll find out if Tank has schooled himself how to pass the guard so that he can use effective strikes.
And endurance again as the fight goes on will be a factor.
Tank's been here before with Oleg Taktarov, but he couldn't put the Russian away, eventually getting caught in a choke and submitted.
But that was in the high altitude of Casper, Wyoming.
Smith, effective, short punches, a couple of elbows. Tank's now reaching back. He's looking to try the leg up. first step in passing the guard.
Smith
One
short
way to
punches.
pass the guard.
Tank trying to get to a side mount, but could not. Now he does.
Side mount Abbott.
Tank looks quick tonight.
He could actually elbow with that right arm under the side of Maurice Smith's head.
Tank trying to land punches. He tried to elevate himself.
What he tried to do, I believe, is try to put his knee into Maurice Smith's stomach, and then launch strikes from there. Try to keep the side mount, but as he raised himself up, Smith went right back to the guard. Smart tactic by Smith.
Crowd starting to chant Tank here at Casino Magic in Bay St. Louis, Mississippi. Along the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
And Tank seems to be pacing himself here. This is a good tactic by Tank. Most of the time, you get too aggressive on top, you spend a lot of energy and come away with really no success. And Smith wants Tank to get tired, so to him, each time Tank flurries and comes away with nothing, that's an incremental success that's going to add up to a gap at the end of the fight, fatigue, that will allow Smith an opportunity to come back.
Tank gets through with a couple of rights. Smith blocked one, but Tank got through.
And now Tank will go probably back to a stationary position, compose himself, and then come back up again for some more heavy blows. The key here is for Tank to pace himself and not go blind and rage with aggressiveness.
Now Maurice
Key lock.
trying to grab that arm.
He's trying to snake his arm through and lock it on his own wrist. That would have been a key lock, but Tank able to muscle out.
Tank is fighting a good fight right now.
Yes, he is. And tactically, he's fighting well in terms of resting before coming up and raining those big blows. And here, Maurice doesn't want him to rest, so he's trying to move, trying to make Tank work.
Question is, do his chances wane as his stamina decreases?
Tanks do, absolutely. No doubt about it, and that's the key to Maurice Smith's battle plan. He doesn't want to stay down here. Certainly he wants Tank to get tired and then late in the fight like Coleman, try to pull an escape like that.
Tank continues to work.
And this is smart now. He rests when Maurice Smith rests. But he needs to get his legs underneath him before throwing those punches. From the angle he's at, they're really not effective.
Almost 6 minutes in. There'll be a 15-minute time limit plus 2 3-minute overtimes in this UFC Heavyweight Championship, UFC 15 Collision Course.
Tank looking to get to the side mount, and he's done it. He's got a side mount. Now we'll see if he can bring that knee in.
Tank is really working. He got a little high there. It was hard to land punches to the head when you're almost over the top.
And Smith now works himself back into the guard. Hits Tank with a couple of elbows to the top and back of the head. He's better be careful where those land. Striking to the back of the head of the neck is illegal.
Smith just punching here and there to the back of Tank's head.
Going for the key lock again. He's got it. He's got it.
Tank trying to wrestle free.
Smith can't use his hips to use it for added pressure.
Tank showing patience. Tank is showing patience. Oh, now he's in some pain.
He's all right.
He got free. He grimaced and got through it. And he looked over at us kind of as if to say, I'm okay, don't worry about me.
It's going to be interesting how the judges look at the strikes of Maurice Smith on the ground here. Those elbows are adding up in terms of points.
And now we've got a stalemate. McCarthy brings the fighters back to their feet.
And Tank now starting to look tired.
Tank did not want to get up. He just wanted to ride as long as he could. He's got to watch a kick from Maurice Smith. This is where he almost caught Coleman flush.
Tank does look a bit tired here.
Watch the kick from Smith.
Watch a big haymaker. It looked like Tank was trying to play possum there. Load up with a big one.
A good low kick by Maurice.
And this is what Maurice wanted. A tired Tank Abbott on the feet where he can pick and choose the strikes he wishes to land.
Don't grab your trunks, and that's it.
Tank doesn't want to have any more of it.
He doesn't want any more, and Maurice Smith has defended his title. And John McCarthy says you're not defending yourself. And it's a quicker stoppage than we thought.
Tank is exhausted. He has little time to prepare for this fight. And Maurice made him work real hard in the guard. And that burned him out. That burned him out.
So John McCarthy talks to Tank Abbott while Maurice Smith celebrates. Tank is flat out of gas.
Smith took some punishment early, but he knew he would, and he knew all he had to do was survive that early go. He felt the Tank wouldn't be in the shape that he is, and even in the guard, he made him work.
So John McCarthy saw something that we didn't because Tank is flat out in his back right now.
I think Tank said he had enough after that one kick to his leg.
Let's go to Joe Rogan.
I think Tank said he had enough.
All right, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a winner at 8 minutes and 9 seconds, and still the UFC heavyweight champion of the world, Maurice Smith!
You may not like the stoppage, but after the John McCarthy interview, he does look for safety first, and he saw something there. Let's go to Joe Rogan. Joe, are you there?
It's a nice shirt.
Okay, thank you. I'm here with the champion, Maurice Smith. Maurice, congratulations. First of all, what are your thoughts on the fight?
It was good. Tank, like I said, would be a strong puncher. There's no question. He's a striker, and I had to worry about that. But I figured I had the stamina on him. I mean, I'm getting tired too, but I know I'll outlast him, hopefully.
What were you thinking when you found out that Dan Severn had canceled and Tank Abbott was coming in? What were your thoughts?
Well, we had an idea that Dan wouldn't show up because he fought Chemo over there, and Chemo's not a slouch by any stretch of the imagination. Therefore, if he went the distance, it would be a hard fight. So I was forewarned. Then I figured, okay, well, it'd probably be Tank.
A lot of people thought that this would be a no-win situation for you. If you win, people have already beaten Tank, but if you lose, it's, obviously.
Yeah, but Tank's tough. I mean, there's no question. Everybody can sit and say that about Tank. Tank's a very strong fighter. He's very dangerous. That's why he's always here. If he wasn't any good, he wouldn't be here.
Did you alter your strategy when you found out that it was going to be Tank?
My main plan always to stay on my feet to be a striker. And now, when I said before, grapplers, I'm not too worried about them striking so much, but striker, I'm more cautious. So that's why I stuck him moving. Hopefully the Tank will get tired, which he did. And when we get to the ground, it'll be a lot of work for him as well.
All right, you're headed to Japan now to fight Randy Couture. How do you feel about that?
Hey, I'm going to Disneyland now. But no, I'm looking forward to fighting Randy and anybody else. This is a great sport, and we have great competitors, and I appreciate it, Tank.
We got Tank Abbott here. Tank, your motto has always been anybody, anywhere, anytime, and you proved it again. Always giving the fans their money's worth. What's your thoughts on the fight?
Yeah, well, as of last Saturday, I stepped off a bar stool and I stepped into the octagon tonight. I haven't been training, I've been partying. Two of my favorite things to do. And at least I came out here and went for it. Fuck it, I don't give a fuck about a beating. It don't mean anything to me. It just, I fight for the fun, and that's it. The fun.
Well, you absolutely show more courage than 90% of the other competitors out there, and you're willing to go at any time, and the fans respect that.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. It's no coincidence why I'm here, because no one else has balls enough to come in here and fight. Like I said, I haven't been training. I got noticed as of Tuesday I was for surely fighting. Where am I? I'm in here fighting. Oh, well, it was a bunch of fun. If I was in shape, I don't think it'd be a fight at all.
Thanks
But,
again,
hey,
Tank.
that's the way it
Thanks for a
goes.
tremendous effort. Maybe we'll see a rematch in the future.
I would hope so. I'd like to have a lot of rematches.
We're back with Maurice. Maurice, any final thoughts now about your fight with Randy Couture in Japan?
No, Couture's going to be very tough because he's got good wrestling ability. And he's probably going to get me to the ground because he can shoot really good. He'll be a hard fight. Everybody that competes in the octagon are very tough and very hard, so don't underestimate anybody.
What are your thoughts on Randy Couture when he had beaten Victor Belfort today? Did you see that fight?
Yeah, I saw that fight. And what we figured, our crew here figured that these guys, like Belfort and some of the guys, they were good for a few minutes. They never been tested long term, and this would happen for Peter. Peter's going to probably go home and train very hard for cardio instead of so much weight. I think he did a good job, but he has to understand that strength isn't everything. You got to have muscle endurance.
Well, congratulations. You're a great champion, and again, you proved it tonight. And I know everybody out here is rooting for you.
Yeah,
keep it going, baby. Back to you guys.
I'm
coming.
We talked to Big John McCarthy, and John said that Tank said he had had enough.